Who initiated the divorce?
I initiated the divorce.
What was the reason?
Okay, we were young and we didn't communicate well. And really for me, if I'm honest, it said he was emotionally disconnected. I felt alone in the marriage. I tried really hard to find ways to get through to him and I couldn't. And so eventually I checked out and became very resentful and angry.
Shared custody?
Shared custody.
50-50?
Yep. I'm really close to my dad, so I didn't want to deny him that.
Was he paying you child support?
Yes. Yes, and I did get child support all the way through until my kids went to college. But it really didn't amount to that much.
Just curious, how much was he paying you?
At the beginning, I think I probably got around $6,000 a month in like child support and alimony. But this is a man who made a lot of money. He was paying me, I just remembered. So I got about $2,500 a month for child support and about $5,000 a month for alimony. Maybe it sounds like no money to you, or maybe it sounds like a lot, but relative to what my ex-husband made, I really got very little money, and it was never enough to feel remotely comfortable. So I wish I had fought a little harder.
So the clip ended with this lady saying that she should have fought harder, and it's not fight harder for your marriage. I'm pretty sure she's saying that she feels like she should have gotten more child support and more alimony, which is insane to me because it seems like she initiated the divorce and she wanted to take the lifestyle with her. So why not just stay in the marriage? Why not just stay in the marriage if you're so caught up with the money that this guy makes? You can't take the man's income with you. And she's still bitter about it, even though it's been a long time. Like, that's insane.
I have a question.
What's up?
I notice that a lot of men will say that they don't like the woman who is posing on Instagram with her butt out and with the BBL, with the work done, obvious work done, right? And they want the woman who is modest and conservative and stays at home. Yet they're still admiring these women online who are posing as something that they do not want. Why admire the woman that you say you don't want and just admire the woman you say you put on a pedestal?
I'll answer this for you. So you ever at the mall?
Mm-hmm.
They got the food court at the mall, and you know the Asian people, they always coming around with them free samples.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take a little free sample, right, before you try the real thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want the real thing, but you'll still go for that free sample. That's men when it comes to how they view women on social media. Sometimes the woman will be posting some thought pictures. So he may slide in the DMs because he want to smash, he want that free sample, but he would never take her seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men melt when a woman speaks softly. But a lot of women don't want to hear that because they think being sweet makes them look weak. But that's a huge mistake because a woman's greatest power is her softness. Think about it. If he wanted another alpha energy in his house, he would have married another man. So if you ever have caught yourself thinking, he never does anything that I ask him to, it's probably because you talk to him like you're another guy challenging him. Try using your feminine, soft, lighter tone of voice more often and just watch how differently he treats you. I've never heard a no from my husband when I speak to him gently. He's even told me that he can't resist when I ask that way. If it feels hard to switch into that sweet version of you, it's because you've permanently turned on that masculine energy without even noticing. And that puts your relationship at risk. That's why I created my free quiz to help you find out which energy you're in most of the time, masculine or feminine, and how to fix it before your relationship crumbles. Comment quiz and I'll send it to you.
A friend of mine said, the sooner men realize, understand, and accept the fact that women don't make sense and they're not supposed to make sense, 99% of their problems with women will just vanish, go away.
Yeah, you might be right. Because that didn't even make sense.
Hey, babe. I have a really good question for you today. Okay. So what is the response, whether it's your response or your guy's response, to when a woman says, I shouldn't have to ask him, he should already know? For example, they've talked about my guy, his job is to take out the garbage.
Okay.
I don't understand why I keep having to ask him to do it. He's not doing it.
All right, so
he should just know.
He should just know.
Yeah.
Take out the garbage. Is the problem the garbage isn't taken out or the garbage isn't taken out when you want it done? Like when you want it to. My schedule. I want it done now.
Yeah.
Is that the problem or that it's just never going to be done and he'll just stack up 10 bags of garbage all around there?
I think it's more of it'll be done but it's not on the timeline that I made up.
That's pretty
Or
fair.
that we discussed.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair. And you shouldn't have to explain or talk or do anything because you're the authority now of what time it needs to be done. You shouldn't have to do that.
Not his mother. I just want him to take it out. Take out the trash.
But he should be a mind reader of when that should be done, right?
Yeah.
Let's just make this fair here. How often do you think he wants intimacy and you don't just do it when he thinks about it?
That's a good one.
I want intimacy often, maybe a couple times a day, and I think about it often.
Yeah.
And I want you to just know, without me saying anything, that intimacy is what I want a couple times a day. Or at least every day. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to tell you that I want intimacy with my partner. You should just know.
Ooh, that's good.
Pretty fair. We're just being fair here. All right, I should just be on your time frame for taking out the garbage, but you should be on my time frame for intimacy.
Yeah.
What do you think, babe?
How'd that stack up?
Because guess what I'm thinking right now?
No one will ever know.
I gotta look.
You gotta take out the garbage. Let's go.
I'm on a break. Do it on my time.
That's funny.
Frame. Do it on my time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the golden rule.
Good one.
It's a good one. I like it. That's good. Solid. Thank you.
And they're making a joke about it. But this is how a lot of modern women think. You're on my time schedule. You do what I want you to do whenever I want you to do it. And I don't want to hear anything about it. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Happy wife, happy life. And that's how they're going to live their lives. That's how they want to. A man shouldn't have nothing to say. Do it the first time I tell you to, when I tell you to do it, how I tell you to do it. You're a kid to her. You are her child.
So this black woman messaged me and she was like, I feel as though you empathize with black men, but you don't empathize with black women. Well, the reason why I empathize with black men is because black men are the most disrespected out of all the races in the world, right? Black men are the most disrespected by their woman, meaning the black woman, right? There is no other race in the world where women think that it's okay to disrespect their man the way that black women disrespect black men. And here's the crazy part about it. Let's go to the statistics. Let's go to the facts. Black women are the least likely to get married. Black men are getting married at higher rates than black women. Black men are commodities. If you go to any place around the world, most women want black men. Black men are commodities. But for whatever reason, black women don't see that. And then they are entitled and think that they're supposed to come with all this baggage, be out of shape, have all these kids, out of marriage, and just be really a hot mess. And then a black man is just supposed to be like, well, I should just settle for this. The black woman really thinks that the black man should be happy with settling with their nonsense and foolishness on top of being combative and disrespectful. Why would a black man deal with that when he can go get a woman from another race that is going to not have kids, the whole nine, and want to actually get on his program? I'm going to need black women to wake up.
I'm sorry, but I see why black men aren't dating black women anymore. I really do. I mean, the maturity level speaks for itself. Most black women stop maturing at the age of 12. I'm sorry, they do. And y'all want to be like, oh, we're the most educated. Not no more, boo. Check the stats. Asians are 77% more educated. Whites are 54%. Oh, and then they go, oh, no. We mean within our demographic, we're more educated than the black man. But they still make more than you. So it doesn't matter. You can keep your certification to Albies or whatever the hell you're certified for. Nobody gives a damn. But again, that's not true no more. That's actually not true no more. Y'all are not the most educated group. So now what's your argument? But for being just straight B words. Because I'm sitting here.
These are all cards that I actually pulled myself. This one right here is crazy rare. It's actually called an alternate art. They're super hard to pull. I've gone through like 200 packs and haven't pulled one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this one's cute. It's pink. You could have that one.
Oh, really cute.
First of all, don't be ungrateful, okay? He doesn't do that with just anyone, so don't be ungrateful. And second of all, that is a green flag. That is a green flag. And second of all, what would you rather he showed you? Like, what is wrong with it? Be grateful. Seriously.
Men can just go sleeping around with like 10 women and it's okay, but then if a woman does it, it's like bad.
How easy would you think it would be for you to go in there and sleep with 10 guys?
Very easily. I mean, because like guys willingly will just go up to you out of the blue.
For the average guy, like your friend that was just here, how easy do you think it would be for him to sleep with 10 women?
If the guy is like some like gorgeous model, maybe he might.
I think if a guy could sleep with 10 women, the reason he's celebrated is because not a lot of guys can sleep with 10 women. There's a lot of guys that are virgins not by choice. Whereas like even the ugliest woman can sleep with a guy. So why celebrate you for something that's so easy to do?
Damn.
You know why a lot of men laugh at women and treat us like we're idiots?
They're dicks.
Okay, no, they're not dicks. Majority of men have to deal with women like this. I'm sorry with disrespect, but if majority of men today have to choose to have the mother of their children, to build a life with you, to build a career with you, that you both can build something together for the future, to have a life with you, and you need to deal with somebody that have so many mental issues and so many body count, why would they do it? They'd rather be alone. I can't hear this bullshit, and I'll tell you why. You are mother to children, you're sitting here in the podcast saying, I'm a baby girl, I'm a slave. I don't want to hear this shit, because literally you're disrespecting your kids. You are mother before you are for yourself. You are mother before you're something in this world, before your career. It doesn't matter, because as soon as you have the baby, you're not living for yourself. You're living for the baby, not for yourself. Your baby and your kid is the most important thing. You're supposed to protect them, love them, and protect them. It's not put yourself out there and talk about their mother like that, because you're humiliating them. I'm embarrassed as a woman to sit at a table with a woman like you.
More women own more homes than men, vote at higher rates than men, do not have to do dirty, grueling work as often as men by any measure. Men hold debt at higher levels than women, yet women graduate at higher rates and have higher rates of higher education. And women claim they have no duty to be a mother, but courts often side with them and go in their favor because of the expectation and role and presupposition of them intending to be a mother. Insurance is less expensive for women, and suicide rates are higher in men. Women also have lower crime rates and are convicted at a lesser rate for the same crimes as men. And yet the majority of the enforcing all these rights and laws are men, including the military draft, which only men have to sign up for. And yet somehow the patriarchy is oppressing women. So is the patriarchy actually that bad, or is it actually pretty benevolent?
It's benevolent. And I think a lot of people understand that you do have some stuff that needs to be fixed. But when modern women talk about the patriarchy, really what they're talking about is men. They're just using it as some modern women are more blunt than others. They're more direct than others. And so when they talk about the patriarchy, they're really talking about you. The everyday man, the average man that walks around, is at work, working hard, 10, 12 hours a day, comes home, just wants to have a beer. She thinks you're lazy. She thinks that you have no ambition, no drive. And that's why you're single. That's why you're an incel to her, because your life is unambitious. It sucks. You're not doing the things that she's doing. You're beneath her. It's just another word, another phrase, another thing to say that men don't measure up to us.
Men with no hose. Where are you? What are you?
Gym, working, taking care of responsibilities and priorities, possibly building businesses, trying to leave behind a legacy, building the life that they want so they can establish the future necessary. And some of them are even so lost that they're kind of just trying to figure out what to do with their life. But a vast majority of the good men out there who don't have any hoes, they're just doing life. And they're trying to do everything possible that they can in order to have a better quality of life so that way they can have the future that they desire. And I would bet that every day that you go out, you probably pass one of those dudes. But they in their lane, with their head down, minding their business, grinding and doing their thing because they don't want to waste time or play games. And I would say a vast majority are probably waiting to find the right quality of woman to invest into. Because, like I said, they're tired of games.
I want to say, what % of women are virgins on their wedding? And can we answer the question?
Probably about 25%.
25%? Okay, it's 5%. What % of women have been on birth control at some point in their life?
90%.
But what are the reasons why women are not on birth control?
Wait,
I've been on birth control before, but it wasn't because of sex.
Okay, fine. That which is all good and well until we start looking at the body count statistics, where after a woman has had 5 partners, her chance of a happy marriage drops to 20%. Okay, so and the average woman has slept with more than 5 men. Okay, which remember historically 100 years ago, 85% of women were virgins on their wedding nights. Now, what else does men get out of marriage? They get loyalty, but not today because half of women leave. Then we start to go into weight, where women are overweight. The average woman is 5'3", 170 pounds. These are just numbers, and yet we scream misogyny at me, but these are just numbers.
Ooh, la, la, la. It's the way that you feel when you know it's real.
One word isn't big enough to describe you.
Hey girls, if you don't understand this thing, you'll be lonely forever. A lot of girls reject guys because they're broke, but being broke is not the problem. Staying broke is the problem. And I am not saying you should date a couch potato that does nothing all day. I'm saying that the best men out there are deadly ambitious, are gonna do whatever it takes. Some have made it, and some haven't made it yet. Everyone was broke once. But if you're not willing to be there in the building phase, to struggle together, to push him, to believe when no one else does, why would he want you around once he becomes the final product? Like, why would you choose someone who showed up when it was that easy? Exceptional men build empires, and exceptional women help them build. And you don't have to be equals, you don't have to be business partners, but you have to help him build. And not every girl can handle that. Final form takes time, and real recognizes real before the world does.
I just wonder if there's any women out there that want to be a catalyst. Well, I ain't gonna take care of no man. You don't need to. A lot of times men just need support. They just need constant support. Just like you would want. A man is looking for that same thing. Hey, if you support me, if you're loyal to me, I'll be loyal to you. I'll support you. That's all I'm looking for. Y'all, and this is what it means. I think there was a clip where a woman was like, why don't y'all give yourselves flowers? How come y'all don't even know what flowers y'all want? Y'all don't even like flowers. All that other nonsense to say, like she didn't understand the concept, men don't receive love until they're dead. They don't receive attention until they're dead. And then people want to come out the woodwork. Oh, he was a good man. He was a loyal man. I'm going to miss him. What am I going to do now? Oh, life ain't going to be the same. How come you didn't support me when I was here on earth? How come you didn't hype me up when I was here on earth? That's all I needed. I just needed somebody to say, you got this. I come home from a hard day of work. You got it. Those people, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're talking about. But get back out there and do it again. We gonna make it. Modern women don't want to do that today.
What were some of the things you were told about men while growing up?
Don't trust them. Yeah, I agree with that one.
What is the most surprising thing you've learned about men from your experiences?
You can't trust them. Facts.
Do you prefer a man who is a gentleman or a bad boy?
Bad boy. Bad boy.
Is it fair to say women lust after bad boys but want to settle down with nice guys?
Yeah.
If you happen to be looking for a quality man, where would you expect to find one?
Quality man? Church. Yes, that's easy.
When was the last time you went to church?
I played this guy by fucking him and ghosting him. And then all my friends fucked him and ghosted him. He really thought he had a chance with us.
I don't really know what the plan was, but he won whatever game you're playing. He's probably an inspiration in his hometown.
Why is it that a woman can only have 1 kid per 9 months and it's regulated her, but a man can have he can impregnate 12 women a day if he wanted? Why are we regulated but men not? Make that make sense, because it's the patriarchy.
Can we be so for real for a second? How are men, like, not the prize in relationships? As women, we expect men to approach us first, plan the dates, pay for the dates, drive everybody to the dates, provide, protect, stay loyal to us, keep themselves looking good, keep calm in all of the situations and never freak out, and they have to do all of this without complaining. Because, God forbid they do complain, then all of a sudden they're too emotional. Or, God forbid they don't make 6 figures and all of a sudden they're broke. Or, God forbid they're not taller than you and all of a sudden he's too short. Or God forbid somebody tries to set boundaries and oh my God, he's too controlling. And then you're doing all of this while simultaneously yelling at him that he's replaceable and you can have any man that you want. Or you're saying that you don't need a man actually and you can do everything you want by yourself and you don't need anybody to tell you anything. And it doesn't make any sense. Like, at a certain point, we have to stop yelling at men and expecting them to be superheroes and then getting mad at them and criticizing them like fucking dogs whenever they act like a human being. Like, maybe men are the prize and we just need to start appreciating what they bring to the table a little bit more.
The only men who complain about your body count are either afraid to find out how bad they are at it or jealous of the possibilities you've had and they never will.
Why would they be jealous? They only care because they don't want to be with somebody that's ran through, and yes, they don't want to be compared with other people, because obviously if you have all these other experiences to compare them to, the relationship is never going to work because there's always somebody who could do this better. There's always somebody who could do that better.
Here's the thing about real men. Real men
don't lecture me how to be a man when you bend over and show the world your cleavage in almost all your videos. As a married mother of 3, just because your simp spineless husband allows you to pimp yourself out online for sexual attention from random men doesn't mean that's the example of a real man. A real man would not allow you to be posting your tits for the entire world to see online. Okay, sweetheart, maybe you should get off the internet and go spend some more time with your kids and less time online being...
It's all your fault. You never listen. You should know everything without me telling you.
Yeah, I have a habit of blaming others for my mistakes, but I'm trying. That's why my doctor prescribed me accountability.
Accountability is the first prescription proven to help women finally take responsibility for their actions. Just 1 tablet a day can improve discipline, reduce denial, that stupid bitch attitude, and boost self-awareness.
Ask your doctor if accountability is right for you. Because once you start taking it, you realize you are the problem.
This man just texted me and said, I like you. And I said, you don't like me, you like what I look like.
Well, bless your little over-analyzing, attention-addicted heart. A man mustered up the modest masculinity to mutter a mild compliment, and instead of just smiling, saying thank you, and shutting your self-serving sassy self up, you decided to dive headfirst into a dumpster fire of delusional decoding. Congratulations, you've turned a simple I like you into a psychological seminar of male motives. That's some PhD level petty right there. Maybe, just maybe, he actually meant he liked you. Maybe he liked your laugh, your look, or the little bit of light you accidentally let out before you started your mental gymnastics routine of ridiculous rampant reasoning. But no, you had to twist, turn, and tumble through a tornado of your own toxic theories. And now, I hope no man is going to risk it for you if they see this, and you've turned compliments into combat zones and curiosity into casualties. So thank you truly for telling men how men feel. We appreciate you telling us our own experience, because apparently we've been doing it wrong this whole damn time. Have the lack of dates you deserve.
And the thing about it is she sat back as if she said something profound. She sat back as if she said something that made any sense. It doesn't. You don't like me, you like what I look like. So even if I take you at your word, why are you around that person? But y'all will still, you specifically will stay around that type of person. Oh, well, women in no, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. Will stay in a relationship, will still go chasing after that person. Well, what do you mean? This woman put out a video talking about the man that I don't want is giving me every single thing that I want. Just what we should start doing, and they say it as if they're saying something profound. What we should start doing is dating the guy who we don't like. We should start dating the guy that, is taking care of us and giving us the things that, we need and what we want. Because the guy that I like, he's not paying me any attention. He's not paying me any mind. Yes, that's the guy that is lusting after you. That's the guy that only wants to get in your pants. And you say stuff like this as if it's profound, like it's like a breakthrough. Like nobody ever figured this out until I came along. That's what we've been trying to tell you. The guy that you like is only lusting after you. Y'all keep on going for the same dude, and he only wants one thing out of you guys. And when y'all don't give it to him, he don't really have much for you. And then you sit up here and come online and say, wait a minute, you didn't really like me. You lusted after me. Girl, we done been told you that. You the one stupid for not listening.
Sydney Sweeney is mid-grade snow at best.
And what's that make you? Low-grade mud? Let's not start describing each other by things found in nature. What are you going to call me next? Cloud? I love Final Fantasy VII. Run it. And this is what always gets me. It's always body positivity. And I'm a girl's girl until they're a size 2 and pretty. You see, mid means middle. So you're saying she's a 5 out of 10, but then in the next post, you'll be like, here's my friend Gorlak the Destroyer. And she's beautiful. She's a 10 out of 10. Get fucked. It's what's on the inside that matters. Okay, one's got a raisin and the other's got a double quarter pounder with cheese. What's that got to do with anything? God, your guys' rating system's as fluid as your genders are. And I've said this before. Sydney Sweeney's not my cup of tea, personally. More of a Kat Dennings guy. We both got gaps in our teeth. 20. But even so, I can understand that Sydney Sweeney's pretty, right? And what I have found on the internet, especially when it comes to ladies, is you guys are the mean girls you claim to hate. The internet's just giving you an opportunity to try to virtue signal your way through popularity. It's just high school, but gayer. Go get your great friends club hats, because we don't do that over here. The only drama we have is every once in a while we do a racism. You know, a bigotry, if you will. But normally they're funny, so it's fine. Merchik's a bio. Okay, bye. Whoop!
Men don't suck. You just practice being like every other bitch. All the answers to your questions, all the dates you want to go on, all your interests, the way that you talk, your slang, your ideologies, your thoughts, everything. It's all just like every other woman. And he's not intrigued enough to want to get to know you past you being like every other woman.
Yep, all that she just said is what I've been thinking and saying. Because it is very uncommon to go out into today's dating market and find a woman that doesn't talk, act, look, dress, hairstyle, baby hairs, ideas of what a good time is. Like, they all have the same exact idea. It's almost like dating mannequins. It's all the same shit. The same slang, the same innuendos, the same clock it. And it's like, bro, all y'all do the same. Like, bro, there's no fucking difference. There's no true variety. They all wait for social media to tell them how to be, how to act, what to do, what not to do. And every man with true substance is waiting for the woman to say, you know what? I don't want to be like that. I just want to be me. I want to do what I like to do, how I like to do it. That's all we're really asking for, is for you to be your original self. That is enough to catch our attentions to want to know more about you, especially if you look good. And for women that do swim against the current and are comfortable with being their true selves, we appreciate you. You make the fight in this dating market worthwhile. But you know what? I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna listen to me, because y'all damn sure ain't gonna listen to her, because y'all just don't like when women tell y'all about yourselves. But you know what? It is what it is. Y'all give it a change.
The quarrelsome woman is battling her husband, which for a man is a red flag. It's like one of the biggest ways for a woman to show that she dishonors her husband is to battle with him. The research that has been done by the Gottman Research Institute talks about the biggest predictor of divorce is contention. So you'd rather be outside and get away than to stay in that situation. A quarrelsome woman is definitely not being humble in her posture. Growing as a godly wife, a big part of that is, God, how can I tame my tongue? I don't want to push my husband away.
This one is for you ladies, and I say this with respect, but some of y'all need a reality check. Women love to claim they're emotionally mature, but when it comes to actually embodying emotional maturity, silence. Yes, emotional immaturity exists in men too, but the reason this is directed to you is because women are the ones constantly bragging about being emotionally mature. Men are not out here flexing emotional intelligence or posting about how healed they are. But some of y'all, if you're really going to claim emotional maturity, the bare minimum is to actually embody it. And let me say this very clearly. If your immediate reaction to any video that isn't bashing men, or even simply acknowledging that good men exist, is to get defensive, bitter, or start hating on men, that's not emotional maturity. That's your trauma talking. It's not a flex to hate men. It doesn't make you empowered. It makes you reactive. Tell me, how's this emotional maturity? If you're out here bashing an entire gender, saying men are trash, but simultaneously demanding a healed, emotionally present partner, that's emotional projection. And listen, I'm not invalidating what you went through. Maybe you were hurt. Maybe you were betrayed. Your pain is real. But carrying bitterness and dumping it on every man you meet, that's your baggage to unpack. You don't get to preach emotional maturity and carry resentment in the same breath. You don't get to call bitterness high standards. That's double standards. And maybe, just maybe, you don't truly understand what emotional maturity looks like. Emotional maturity is knowing how your words and actions impact others. It's responding, not reacting. It's not operating from ego, trauma, or fear. And some of you think reading 5 self-help books, saving TikToks means you've done the work. No, it doesn't work like that. You want healthy relationship? Then work on the parts of you that sabotage connection. Stop demanding what you refuse to become. If you truly want an emotionally healthy partner, fix in yourself what you keep complaining about in others.
Would you date a guy that makes $75K a year?
No, that's so cute. No. Social media has tricked us into thinking $75,000 a year is not a good income and that this is normal. But in 2024, the median annual wage wasn't even $60,000. So let's look at the stats. If you want a roughly age-matched man who's tall enough, makes $80,000 a year of any appearance and education, doesn't smoke, isn't married, and isn't obese, you're looking at less than 1/10% of all men in the US. Not to mention, you're probably only dating in your geography, so this is tough.
How much do you expect him to make?
$1 million?
$1
million a year? Less than 24,000 men in the entire country fit that bill. And let's be real, a lot of women are chasing after this very small pool of men, so you gotta ask yourself, what do I bring to the table? Are you undeniably hot and successful? Super impressive in your own right? And do you guys even have things in common? And let me be clear, it's not wrong to want a financially stable partner, but we should reframe our expectations around what an honest living actually looks like. If you want to have a millionaire in your family, you'd be better off becoming one yourself, and I can teach you how. Follow me.
I hear so many Christian men saying things like, I just want a wife who's going to submit to me. I want a woman of God who's going to submit to me. And then they proceed to act like men who aren't worth submitting to? Like, as a woman, we know if you have the leadership skills to lead us, are you going to lead us spiritually? And are you going to keep us emotionally safe? Because we can tell, like, when we're dating, it's not casual. You are being vetted for leadership skills. Are you going to make sure that a woman's heart is the first priority, like, in the relationship, and make sure that her emotional well-being is being protected? Is that what you think about before you're making your decisions? Do you want a wife to submit to you because you think it's going to make your life easy and that she's going to mother you? Because it's not. It's actually going to make your life exponentially more difficult to have to think of somebody else's needs before your own. Are you going to treat her with the worth that a daughter of the king deserves? Because people seem to forget that submission in a Christian marriage is a choice. A woman of God is not going to submit to a man just because he is a man. She's going to submit to him because she trusts his godly characteristics and has faith in him to make decisions. A wife isn't going to submit to you because she wants to play nursemaid, but she'll submit to you if she knows that you're a protector, a provider, a defender, and a spiritual leader. Luckily for us, we have very good discernment, and we're not going to be fooled by a man playing pretend leader. We can tell if it's an act or not.
Give me that verse, KJV, where it talks about if your husband doesn't go to work, or excuse me, if your husband doesn't go to church, but you go to church, you still have to respect him. Okay. Okay. So it says in 1 Peter 3, 1 through 2, it speaks directly to a wife whose husband is not living for God, and says she should still live in a respectful, godly way toward him, and that her conduct can actually win him to the Lord without words, okay? It says, likewise, ye wives, be in subjection. Subjection. Really quickly, you don't have to do Strongs, but can you give me kind of the, maybe not the Hebrew, but the definition there of subjection when it talks about being subject to your husband? In plain English, what does that mean? Okay, and while it's getting that, let's continue to read the entire verse. Be in subjection to your own husband, that if any obey not the word, they also may, without the word, be won by the conversation of the wives, while they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear. Okay, so I don't go to church. I don't believe in that nonsense. The Bible is telling you to still respect your husband, to still follow the lead of your husband. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean if a man trying to drive you off a cliff, you follow him. It means if the man isn't doing anything weird, basically like trying to make you do things that are morally corrupt, and he's a good husband, but he just doesn't go to church. You're doing what you submit to that. You do what he's asking you to do, right? And it goes on to say, they also may without the word be won. Okay, so if you continue to do this, then you might get him to think like you think, because you're doing and you're being a wife. You're doing what a wife should be doing, and you're being what a wife should be. You're talking about it's optional and it's a choice, and the Bible's saying it's not. Okay, subjection means to be cooperative. This is what men say when they say submit. I need a woman that submits. I want you to be cooperative, not combative, not constantly resisting, not trying to dominate the home. Honor his role as the leader of the household, not acting like he's beneath you, even if he's not living for God. Having a respectful attitude towards him, the tone, the attitude, the way you talk to him, showing him dignity as your husband. Be supportive rather than rebellious, not undermining him, embarrassing him, or trying to run over him. Work with him instead of against him. What it doesn't mean you're inferior, doesn't mean you lose your voice, doesn't mean you're going to obey sin or tolerate abuse. We just talked about that. He controls your every move. That's not what it means. We just talked about what it means. But y'all don't want to do that. Like you just said, girl, you just said. That's how we know that you don't know what you're talking about. Church or not. Well, you don't understand in the Christian marriage that being subject and submitting that's a choice. When did it ever say that? Where? Do y'all hear? That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't hear what y'all be talking about. Y'all don't hear what y'all be saying. Y'all just be talking and be dead wrong. Dead wrong.
Men with self-worth are so aggravating. Like, oh my God, okay, you're emotionally stable and healed. Like, oh my God, it's so strict. It's so strict for no reason. Like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Where the dudes with the mommy issues that like just be trying to conform to each relationship that don't have no identity? Like, y'all be so fun. These new dudes nowadays, they just so got it together and stuff. Like, what you mean you got boundaries? Like, oh my gosh, so aggravating. You see how crazy that sound? That's how we sound, women. And I know, look, the whole girl thing, I get all that, but let's take accountability. We say we want a man to do this and do that, but when we get it, we start complaining because we're used to toxicity. Like, let's chill. They're not sassy. They're not punks. They're not none of that. They're just healed versions of themselves. They went through the work. They know their worth. You would want that in your future spouse. So just vibe.
I just saw a video of this girl saying, I watched the WNBA and I watched the NBA, and the New York Liberty can beat these NBA teams. And then proceeds to say the Orlando Magic, the Houston Rockets, the Detroit Pistons, You guys know, love the WNBA, huge advocate for it. Also love the NBA, have been covering it for most of my career. This is the kind of stuff that gives ammo for the men to make fun of us. No, the New York Liberty absolutely cannot beat any NBA team, and likely not even a G League team, and likely not even a Division I men's college basketball team. Craziest part was that there were so many girls in the comments saying, yeah, absolutely. And there's other teams they could beat too. We should just not do this. Us as women are setting ourselves up when we make comments like this. This is what we shouldn't be doing. The women are amazing. Just leave them on the women's side. Just don't get the men involved, please. Please.
People always ask me, Annika, you're so young. Why do you want to give up your entire future for a husband and kids? My entire future? The future that would have me at a 9-to-5 that I hate? That has me sitting in traffic every morning to get to a job with coworkers and a boss that I despise? That I have to do deadlines and assignments for? Are you kidding me? Heck no! Instead, I'm going to get to wake up every single morning to a husband that loves me and provides for me. I'm going to go see my beautiful, cutie little kids, and if we don't want to do school that day, who cares? Let's go to the library or like make sourdough or something. What do you mean give up my entire future? Okay?
Ladies, you need to understand this. There is a built-in thing in your husband's heart, and it only goes towards you, nobody else in the world. In your husband's heart, there's this built-in thing that says, she's right. Whatever you say about your husband, his heart will begin to believe she's right. So if you tear him down, so if you say things like this, little comments, oh, he's just a big goofball. Everybody knows sorry about my husband. He's kind of an idiot. Bless his heart. If I want anything done, I got to take care of it myself. Or you're like a walking fact checker. You know, you're married a fact checker, not a wife. If you do that, then what happens is his heart starts to go, man, she's probably right. I probably don't got it. But watch this, ladies. If you use your words to place a crown on his head, there is glory in you. There is more in you than you can possibly imagine. You are a man of integrity, courage, conviction, godliness. Whatever it is, then his heart goes, she's right. So ladies, watch this. Don't do this thing. What you need to do, don't focus on the 7 areas where he's struggling. Focus on the 1 area in your husband's life where you see evidence of grace, and use your words to pour rocket fuel on that thing. And it's going to grow and grow and grow and grow. And it can turn him into something he would never be. This is my story, that he would never be without you.
Name one thing that women created. 8 billion people.
Yes! That's what we've been saying. That's exactly right. Women, you are awesome at being mothers. You're so good at it. God made you for it. And you should pursue it. You should pursue it. In fact, we should build our entire economy around the fact that women were created to be wives and mothers. You should pursue motherhood and not pursue ascending the corporate ladder. Christ is king, and he has made you for a purpose. And this feminist actually understands that. You know, I don't think she understood the implications, but Christ is king, and women make great mothers.
What you rate yourself from 1 to 10?
I'm a whole 11.
You above the scale.
Hell yeah.
What about in the real
I don't care about
world?
nobody else. In the real world, I'm a 10.
You know a 10 means perfect.
I'm perfect.
So there's nothing that you can change as far as your looks.
I got nice eyes. They real. This body is real. That's a problem. And
Okay.
I'm soft. I'm a 10. You look good. You look good. So I'm telling you, I'm a 10.
So people are telling you that you look good. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Those people, they was lying to you. They was lying to you. They was lying to you. So the thing is, when you get all of this free attention from males that say, oh, baby, yeah, you look good. You ain't got to change nothing. They're lying to you because they want to sleep with you. I don't have those intentions, so I'm being honest with you. So I can tell you that you are not a 10. You're not anything close to that. And you have many things that you need to work on and change from the outside. For sure, for sure, for sure.
Mamas, you be losing your marriage because you married to your kids. But they will not get more attention, more devotion, more prayer, more sacrifice than I will give to this man. He's the high priest of my home, and I would not have them without him. Do not allow your marriage to die on the altar because you are so stuck on making sure your kids get every part of you, because they gonna get married and leave you. They gonna have their own families, and then you gonna be home sad because you done poured your whole life out into them. And I don't know why God had that be the thing that came to my mind, but I am saying, don't forget the covenant that you made to your spouse first. Don't want to be a mama so bad that you don't want to be a good wife. I'm saying this. There's a little boy in you. There's a little girl in you that even in marriage will not be unlocked and healed without you actually making the vow. You might be getting your need satisfied, but the actual greater need that needs to be healed is laying on the trackway of you making the decision to honor God in your commitment.
And I said something similar to this, where a man made a comment about a husband being last priority even after the dog. When a woman goes through pregnancy and now you got the baby, and now you've got the woman, and then the dog. Even the dog goes before you. And so you're going to have to sit tight and understand that that's the way that it goes. And my argument was like, no. Y'all are always asking the man in any and every situation, even after the dog, to be last priority. Y'all will put y'all's needs before the family. Y'all will leave because y'all's happiness. Oh, don't stay for the kids. You go and be happy. They'll have to understand. Y'all are forcing those kids to grow up before they're even ready. Oh, they're going to have to understand. Y'all understand it when they get older. But I just can't do it. And what y'all are banking on doing is lying your behinds off when they come of age and crying and sobbing, and they just want to love you. Oh, that's my mama, so I definitely understand. So you give them a sob story so to let you off the hook for being a terrible parent. But modern women have got on this internet and said, well, you know, I left my home for about 3-4 months. Went to another state, got another job somewhere else, and started working there, lived in my own apartment. And that's the way it was. Like, y'all want to be able to do all that, but you want the man to put all his feelings aside and take care of you. That's crazy work.
You can tell the kind of attention people are looking for by what they're wearing, how they're posing, and what type of music they're lip syncing to. See, this is something I had to be delivered from, letting go of my old self. I can't pose how I used to pose, I can't wear what I used to wear, and I can't post to certain songs anymore, because I am a new creation in Christ. I held on to those things for a long time, and once God brought it to my attention, I let go and I received deliverance and freedom in exchange. Now, if this is convicting you, it's time for you to make an exchange.
Baby, let me tell you something. If you allow for her to walk over you, she gonna do it. If you allow for her to misuse you, she gonna do it. If you allow for her to cheat on you, baby, and you go ahead and take her back, she gonna keep doing it. If you allow for her to feel like she the man and she running shit, baby, that's exactly what she gonna be. You gonna be the little bitch in the corner some damn well crying. You see what I'm saying? No, baby. Get yourself together, baby. Get your mind right. You were born a man. Well, you're born a boy, but you know what I'm saying? It's time for you to pull up them grown man pants and get your mind right. Come on now. Why would you want a woman that walks over you? That's crazy to me. You heard it here first. Yeah.
And what I'm discovering, man, and this is not to take the conversation left, but take it left, brother. We're dealing with a generation of women who are not ready for the men who they told to go heal. Right? You told me to go heal. You told me to go get therapy. And now I'm back and you're not ready to be accountable. That's a problem. You told me to heal. You said, Negro, you need therapy. You need to go get a mentor. You need to be around some brothers. I did all of that. And now you're not able to hold yourself accountable. Now we have a problem because now I've got to drag you when you once dragged me.
Where do we go from here, Dave?
So I'm stuck on the side of the highway with a flat tire in a thunderstorm. I said, I'm not going to call my sister first. My sister always come through. I'm going to call one of these guys. I'm going to call one of these guys to come help. It hurt my ego to say the responses. I'm not even gonna hold you. It does hurt my ego. One said, I'm not a tire shop. 2 said, it's raining too hard. 3 didn't answer. 1 guy asked if I was okay. One guy asked if someone's coming to help me. 1 person showed basic empathy. Make them lonelier.